Hello and welcome to a new video on the HKCM Global channel. My name is Philip. Today I'm going to be taking a look at the Magnificent 7 stocks. This will be a two-part video. I will be doing 3 stocks in the first video and 4 stocks in the second video. As always, we're going to be looking at the short-term, long-term time frames and also at the indicator charts. Raising the questions, will the Magnificent 7 continue be as magnificent as they have been in the past, and are they still worthy of their title? So let's dive in. But before, as always, to support the channel, comment on the videos, like the videos, and of course also subscribe to the channel if you don't want to miss out on any future videos. So who are the Magnificent 7? Of course, it's 7 different stocks. They are all from the tech sector. They are Google, Alphabet, they are Apple, Meta, Facebook, Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, and Microsoft. So all in all, the mega caps of the tech market, or of the stock market in general speaking. And they have been the major fueling indicator of the rally in the Nasdaq and also in the S&P 500 over the last 2 to 4 years, earning the name. Today, I want to look at how will this continue and how have they performed in the past. What can we expect in the future in terms of performance? So for today, for the first part of the video, we are going to be looking at Google, we're going to be looking at Apple, and we're going to be looking at Meta. And then in the second video, which will be either on the channel tomorrow or the day after, it's going to be Tesla, Amazon, Nvidia, and Microsoft. Let's start out with Google. First of all, let's take a look at the long-term expectation, the long-term overall chart perspective that we are currently having on Google, on Alphabet. So currently we are still expecting the market or the stock to be within a corrective phase. We were expecting the rally to be just a B wave, which topped out in around January of 25, and then we saw a sharp drop to prices below $150. Now we have seen some recovery, but we are still expecting this to end in further lows, to be more precise, in the area of 124 and $98. Long-term expectation would be that from this area, from this target zone, we will have the power, the potential to see another rise to significant all-time highs. And then probably topping out in the area of 234, 270, and then starting an overall correction of everything that the Google Alphabet stock has done in the past. Overall, this is already the alternative scenario we have on the chart as well. So we are already seeing the possibility that this wave 1 could also have already completed at the highs of January, February 25, and we have already begun a steeper decline, longer decline, which would result in a much more significant sell-off than what we are expecting within wave 4 to still be completed. At the moment, in terms of the short-term expectations, we are not eyeing on anything that would be a impulsive long-term breakout scenario, moving to those targets just shown on the upside here. So basically, the best case at the moment for us in the shorter time frames would be that we are seeing a more significant corrective rise to the upside, which would then be still followed by further downside and a continuation of the wave 4 scenario, which, as already mentioned before, $124 and $98 is the ideal target at the moment. We can also see that basically all of the upward move that started here in the beginning of April has been clearly corrective. It's been overlapping. There is no impulsive structure, so no 5-wave impulsive up move to be seen here. It's all corrective, it's all overlapping, and that's why we are expecting this to be a wave 2 for the C wave of the wave 4, which will then at some point in the future reach our target zone to the downside. So taking in consideration that at the moment the Nasdaq is on new all-time highs, Google has failed to move along, and it has also already failed in the past to move along with the Nasdaq, with its highs. It is becoming a little sluggish, to be honest, so it wouldn't be that far off to also take into serious consideration the alternative on the overall chart I've already shown, which could also already have the stock topped out here, and seeing even further downside in the future. Taking a look at the indicator chart, at the moment we are having some mixed signals. Let's start out with the daily, because everything below the daily is always I think it doesn't make much sense if you are looking at stock price development, because usually the investment horizon is not on the short term as much as it is on the long term, medium outlook here. So currently, daily MACD trying to turn up again, RSI is starting to turn up again. We are losing the negative momentum at the moment. So basically, coinciding with the short-term expectation that there's still some further upside to be seen within the corrective move to the upside, or even a bigger corrective upside as shown, but nothing in terms of a longer and sustained breakout. Moving out to the 4-day, basically similar picture, still having potential to an upside potential. I think all within the limits of what we have seen within the Elliott wave count. We have not managed to go back on the long signal here, on the long short indicator, so this stayed on the short signal. If we move out further on the 2-week, this is coming to some mixed signals here at the moment, because the 2-week is also starting to turn up here. So we will see where this leads, because if this starts breaking out, this would signal a longer and stronger move to the upside. Could still be the B wave here, but would be raising questions in terms of the remaining potential here, where the stock would then go on the upside. And the monthly has turned down quite a while ago already. It is still pointing down in terms of the MACD. We're also seeing some significant divergence with those last highs here. We're still losing momentum, but we went back on the long signal, on the long short indicator. So it's not all clear in terms of the indicators where things are moving, but the tendencies go towards, in the short term, more recovery to be seen from the Google stock. And then we have to see if we are staying within the boundaries of our account here. But as mentioned before, I'm not seeing a sustained breakout at the moment above the previous highs, and then moving into the final 5th wave phase here, going towards 230 to 70 targets. So second stock, Apple. Apple has also seen a significant correction in the last months, and it was able to hit our target zone, has recovered ever since. Now raising the question, okay, where things are leading us here. This can still become a sustained breakout to the upside, or to complete wave 5. But it also faces some serious issues, because as with many tech stocks, we have some issues with the start of the move. Basically the structure here, which is not easy to be counted within a impulsive structure, but it can be, and that's why we decided to give it a shot here. But now everything is basically in the hands of this wave 2 correction that is currently taking place. If this doesn't fail to the downside, then we can see a sustained move to the upside, and we can see a move towards all-time highs, basically then surpassing the $260 level here. If we take a look at the overall long-term expectation here, we have a similar outlook compared to that of Google. So either we are still within wave 4 and there's another low to be seen, because the correction over here, it only just targeted the 38.2 retracement, so the 50% retracement is still open. So that could still be reached within a wave 4 and would be perfectly okay. But on the upside, we are expecting the final wave 5 of wave 1 taking place. So this is comparable to the Google scenario, just that we are at the moment not expecting Google to go there within a direct path. And then things also with Apple would be over for the moment, and we would see a complete correction of everything that the stock has done in the past. Also here, let's take a look at the indicators. in terms of the breakout scenario, the 4-day is clearly signaling a possible breakout to the upside. It has been on the lowest levels for quite some time within the RSI and within the MACD. It is starting to cross up. It is losing its negative momentum here at the moment. So things are, basically getting better by the day here at the moment. We are still on the short signal though on the 4-day. Moving out on the 2-week, we are also still clearly on the short signal. We are still clearly building negative momentum at the moment. So there's nothing yet to be seen from that side. Still would be more conclusive with the alternative count that we are still within wave 4, and the monthly has also crossed down. It is still moving down. It is still losing momentum, and we are still on the short signal here. So shorter time frames, 4-day, clearly showing potential to the upside here. But in the long run, the 2-week and the monthly are leaning more towards a wave 4 completion here. But nevertheless, even if this scenario takes place, it wouldn't be, it's not uncommon for the 4-day to turn up here. And we are still having enough potential within a B wave for the stock to recover and then drop to new lows. So this would be a similar scenario as we have with the Google stock with Alphabet as well here. Yeah, next up, a stock that has already risen to new all-time highs. Meta, Facebook, has already been able to see a new high here in the last few days. We are going strong here at the moment. For now, actually, we are also, with Meta, we are expecting this to be a B wave. Meta is sending some mixed signals here because the thing is, depending if you are looking at the chart with the after hours or without the after hours, we are getting different structures on the bottom here, because the daily chart is without after hours, so without the trading after the official trading hours end at 10 each night. We have a new low over here, which is the same low, of course, as it is here, but we had previously, due to the after-hour trading, we had a lower low over here on April the 7th, and then we had this low on April 21st. And without the after-hours, the low on April 21st is lower. So from looking at it on the daily chart, the perspective would clearly have to be, we are heading to breakout, we are within the wave 5 basically already. So we are clearly impulsive, because the structure that has been building since this low over here has been a clear impulse to the upside, and it would speak for a continuation above possible targets for a B wave and a direct completion of wave 5. So basically at the moment we are just waiting for signals from the stock, how it will react to the next resistance zones. We are invested, we are long on the stock, we are long in the portfolio, we are long with our trading zone here. So basically at the moment we can just lean back, see what happens, and then make a decision. Are we going to put in a short hedge or not? Are we just going to let things go? But it's a two-sided thing here. One chart is saying, this can't be the bottom. The other one is clearly signaling it is the bottom. So we have to wait for more information to come from the chart and to come from the price action over the next coming weeks and months here as well. Let's also take a look here at the indicators. Let's also start out with the 4-day. I think it's not surprising that due to the rise we've already seen that the 4-day has already has recovered quite significantly here over the past months. We are closing in on becoming overbought again. We are on the long signal. We are still gaining positive momentum here. MACD is still going up strong. Moving out to the 2-week, we have recrossed to the upside on the 2-week. We are on the long side. We are building positive momentum here. So things are looking pretty good here for Meta stock at the moment. And also something which I see as more significant and which I view as possibly underlining the perspective that we could already be in wave 5 is the fact that despite the steep drop we've seen, that it was able to defend the MACD on the monthly. It was not able to cross down. We have regained positive momentum on the monthly. We are still, of course, in overbought territory here, but this is something very common to be embedded in the overbought territory here for quite some time, and we are clearly on the long signal as well. So things are looking pretty good in terms of the monthly. So I would, if things continue the way they have over the last few weeks, I'm leaning more towards the alternative becoming our primary and the stock not coming back down within a wave C of the wave 4 here to see another low below the lows we've already seen here. Also, it would not, if within overshooting B waves, we wouldn't be required to see a new absolute low. So this could also hold above that level. So it would not require a new absolute low to be formed, but it would still be another significant drop if the scenario still plays out. So this is what we have to be watching out for at the moment. Yeah, so this is going to be it for part 1 of the video, or of this mini-series to be exact. Concluding here, we are seeing mixed signals at the moment. For me, Google is one of the stocks that is not looking the hottest from one of the not so hot stocks from the Magnificent Seven at the moment. In my eyes, we are lacking performance compared to the Nasdaq and the overall performance of the other stocks. Apple could now be a little late to the party. Let's see if it picks up pace and if it picks up performance, but also still to be seen, is this corrective upside action or is this going to be an impulsive upside action leading to new significant all-time highs? And Meta at the moment, yeah, to be fair, not a big fan of the company in terms of fundamentally what they are doing and yeah, things they have done in the past, but in terms of the chart, in terms of the price action, the stock is doing very well. It has performed significantly. A quick reminder, from the top of our target zone to the all-time high, 52% almost. So this is absolutely magnificent and significant performance here. So I think Meta at the moment, from the 3 stocks we've looked at so far, definitely deserves the title of the Magnificent Seven. And in the second part, we're going to look at some more stocks and see how they are doing. Yeah, as always, thanks for watching and see you in part 2 of this mini-series.